Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2021 Chevrolet Colorado. I'm going to walk through how to install the CURT Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver. This is what our receiver is going to look like when it's installed. You can see a cross tube is pretty much hidden behind our bumper. The only thing you can really see is our receiver tube. The hitch is going to be a steel construction. Black powder coat finish is going to hold up really well against rust and corrosion. This hitch is going to be designed for towing. It's not only going to be designed for towing, but it's also going to work great for cargo carriers and bike racks. Maybe you're like this customer and you have a tonneau cover. Putting bikes in the back, you can't really cover up any of your other stuff. So adding a hitch, you can put a bike rack on, keep your bikes outside, keep everything that needs to stay dry underneath your tonneau cover. Maybe you want to put a cargo carrier on it so you can bring some extra items with you. Maybe you want to pull a trailer, small trailer, camper, whatever it may be. This hitch is going to work great for all of that. It's going to have a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, so it's going to work great for a lot of different accessories. Reinforced collar, give us a little extra stability there. Hitch pin hole is going to be 5/8 inch in diameter. It's going to take a standard 5/8 hitch pin. Pin and clip does not come with a hitch, however they can be found here at eTrailer as well. Plate style safety chain loops will accommodate those larger size safety chain hooks. Now I'm going to give you a few weight capacities and measurements to help you when deciding on any of those hitch mount accessories. From the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost part of our bumper is going to be about 3 inches. That number is important for any of your hitch mount accessories like bike racks and cargo carriers. They're going to fold up. You want to make sure they're not going to make contact. From the ground to the top innermost part of your receiver tube is going to be about 18 inches. The number is important for any of your hitch mount accessories that may require a little bit more ground clearance. As far as our weight capacities go, we're going to have an 800-pound max tongue weight, which is a downward pressure on the inside of the receiver tube. So whether you're putting the cargo carrier on, bike rack, pulling a trailer, you want to make sure you're not exceeding that. We're going to have an 8,000-pound gross trailer weight, which is a trailer plus the load included. You can use weight distribution with this hitch. Tongue weight's going to go up to 1,000 pounds. Trailer weight's going to go up to 10,000 pounds. Always recommend checking the owner's manual of the vehicle. Make sure the vehicle can withstand that amount of weight. You're going to go with the lowest number between the vehicle and what the hitch can handle. Now that we've gone over some of the features, let's walk through how to get it installed. To start our installation, we need to remove any wires that are connected to our bumper. We'll have 2 plugs right up here. They're both going to have a red lock tab on them. You're going to push that tab back. Then you're going to push this black tab to disconnect. You'll have another one here. Once you get those 2 off, we're going to follow our wires over to our driver's side. This main one runs right up to this plug. We're going to take a trim panel tool or a flathead screwdriver. We're going to pop this fastener off our frame rail. We're going to come up to this plug. Pull that red tab down. And again, push and separate the 2 plugs. Sometimes these bigger ones can get quite a bit of dust and stuff in them, so they can be a little bit difficult to get off. We're going to come to each side of our frame rail. You're going to have a bolt here and a bolt here. Bolt here and bolt here. We're going to take one of these completely out, one of these, and one of these completely out. We're going to loosen one of these to where we can hand thread it back in, and then one of these. That way when we're doing the other side, this doesn't fall off and our bumper doesn't just fall off. 13/16 socket. Right in the center, we're going to take a 1/2 inch socket and we're going to remove these 2 bolts. Oh, the next set of hands, we'll take the side bolts out. We'll slide our bumper out and set it aside. Then we'll come back and remove the last 2 bolts for our receiver. We'll slide it off. Once you have your bumper removed in your receiver, we're going to come back and we're going to lower our spare tire so we have access to the 2 bolts right here. 1/2-inch socket, we're going to remove those 2 bolts and then remove this plate. Then we're going to raise our hitch up into place. The hardware that we removed, we're going to reinstall in the bottom 2 holes. This will hold our hitch up in place while we get our bumper put back in place, and then come back and install the 2 bolts on the outside of the frame rail on each side. We'll come back with a 13/16 socket. We're going to tighten and then torque our hardware to the specification in the instructions. Once you have your hitch installed, go ahead and reinstall your bumper, reverse order from the way you took it off. Once you're done installing your bumper, you can raise your spare tire up. Don't forget to plug in any wiring that you disconnected behind the bumper before you removed it, and then you're ready to go. It's going to do it for a look at and installation on the CURT Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver on 2021 Chevrolet Colorado.